This is WHOJ Radio, Washington's House of Jazz with the best of jazz with your host, Bill Maddox. Now, here's your host.
Good evening and welcome to WHOJ Radio, Washington House of Jazz, your favorite online jazz program with the best of modern and contemporary jazz. I'm your host, Bill Maddox. Today, as we take a look back into the history of modern and contemporary jazz, we'll explore some of the finest talents of the 21st century while paying special homage to those jazz legends of the 20th century. As we look back into the life and legacy of today's musical icon, the incomparable Miss Carmen McRae, as we feature the sounds of this soulful songstress, who was once considered one of the most influential jazz singers of the 20th century, whose behind-the-beat phrasing and ironic interpretation of lyrics put her on the forefront of vocal jazz for many years to come. It's a showcase that you don't want to miss.
You're listening to the best of jazz with your host, Bill Maddox, on WHOJ Radio, Washington's House of Jazz, Washington.
There's no right or wrong. I'm not here to blame. I just want to be the one to keep you from the rain, from the rain. And it looks like sunny skies. Now that I know you're all right, time has left us older and wiser. I know I am. I know I am.
We're keeping it alive here with the best of jazz on your WHOJ Radio Washington.
To know my best friend has come home again. 'Cause I think of us like an old cliche, but it doesn't matter 'cause I love you anyway. Coming from the rain, come in from the rain, come in from the rain.
Born April the 8th, 1922 in Harlem, New York, Carmen Mercedes McRae was an American jazz vocalist who, from her early emulation of vocalist Billie Holiday, grew to become a distinctive stylist, known for her smoky voice, her melodic variations of jazz standards, and who could scat improvisations that were innovative, complex and elegant. As a child growing up in Brooklyn, McRae attended Julia Richmond High School in Manhattan and received her musical grounding while playing the piano at Milton's Playhouse, one of Harlem's most famous jazz clubs. It was at Milton's where she met trumpeter Dizzy Gillespie and made her first recording as a pianist with the Mercy Ellington Band. Like many other jazz giants of her generation, McRae had her first break when she won the amateur talent contest at the Apollo Theater in Harlem and received her first record contract, which launched her career as a jazz vocalist. In 1954, she was voted Best New Female Vocalist by the Downbeat magazine, and although she never reached her height of popularity as that of Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan, and Billie Holiday, she was widely regarded as their artistic equals. In a prolific recording that expanded nearly 5 decades, Carmen McRae sang in jazz clubs and festivals throughout the United States and across the world, including performing at the legendary Montreal Jazz Festival with the Duke Ellington Orchestra and the Montreux Jazz Festival in 1989. By the mid-1950s, Carmen McRae had only produced 2 minor hits, but had scores of songs in which she put her signature on, to include Summertime with George Gershwin, Something to Live For with Duke Ellington, and Lush Life with Billy Strayhorn. In January of 1994, Carmen McRae received the National Endowment for the Arts and Jazz Fellowship Award for her lifetime achievement. In May of 1991, she withdrew from the public performance after having an episode of respiratory failure, only hours after she completed her engagement at the Blue Note Jazz Club in New York City. On November the 10th of 1994, Carmen McRae died in her home in Beverly Hills, California, at the age of 72. Carmen Mercedes McRae, truly a jazz legend.
Beware my foolish heart, and if our eager lips combine, then we had better let the fire it is a fascination or a dream. that will fade and fall apart. It's love. This time it's love. My foolish shadow. My foolish
As always, we would like to thank our listening audience for tuning in with us on this new year of 2018 with the best of jazz on WHOJ Radio, Washington House of Jazz. And to make sure that you continue to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at WHOJ hashtag the best of jazz. And if you just want to contact us via email, just hit us up at info@WashingtonHouseOfJazz.com. We look forward to hearing from you. You know, the term jazz singer is such a dubious connotation of words. It could mean many of things to many of people, including a style that entails a certain indefinable degree of jazz feeling. From the moment Carmen McRae made her mark on the jazz scene, she was highly recognized as a supremely insightful interpreter of lyrics with a behind-the-beat phasing and an ability to invest herself emotionally as well as intellectually within a song's lyrics. Every word is important to me, she said. Lyrics come first, then the melody. The lyrics of a song I decide to sing must have something that I can convince you with. It's like an actress who selects a role that contains something she wants to portray. Thanks for joining us. Until next week, I'm Bill Maddox. Peace and love.
You've just witnessed another moment in jazz history with you host, Bill Maddox on WHOJ Radio, Washington's House of Jazz, Washington.
The emptiness, to lose the loneliness. I'm not the laughing kind. I can't say anything I really want to say. Sometimes I try so hard, I stumble on the way. I'm always finding love when it's not meant to be. What is reality, and can it be defined? When you're a fool like me, it's not meant to be. What is reality? And can it be defined? When you're a fool like me, it's never really clear. So you have silent dreams inside a silent tear. Inside a silent tear.